Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. When I last left you guys, we were still perusing the underground reservoir looking for more souls. There's a few in this area that I still haven't gotten, and by a few I actually looked at my list and it's more than a few, unfortunately, but we're going to grab bomber armor here real quick if we can, because it occurred to me I don't have him yet, and I've been encountering quite a few of them. As you can see, lightning is obviously very effective against him because he's made of metal, and lightning is good against metal, as we all know. Or at least we should all know if you play any kind of RPGs or anything. He's really stubborn, isn't he? At any rate, so I was musing a little bit last time about some of the other Castlevania games. Boy, look, more slime, perfect. And my experience with the series is honestly fairly limited in terms of like the broad scope of the series. There's a lot of Castlevania out there. There's got to be at least, close to 36 games in the series at this point, ever since its inception back in the late 80s. That being said, I've only played maybe half a dozen of them, at best. I've played this one, I've played Harmony of Despair, as I talked a little bit about once upon a time. I've played Rondo of Blood, I've played Symphony of the Night, I've played Dracula's Curse. I've pretty much played all the good ones. And based on what I've read, that's actually probably for the best, because a lot of the not so best ones, honestly, really apparently aren't worth playing all that much, which is really sad. You would think that, I guess every series has, a subpar installment, but it seems like this particular franchise has gone through a lot of development pitfalls, I guess is what I'm going to say. There's been a lot of installments in Castlevania that just were not quite up to snuff with compared to the really good ones. And I think it's funny that a lot of the best ones in the franchise are the ones that kind of break the mold a little bit. There's bomber armor. And what I mean by breaking the mold is they don't adhere to the classic... Cat, did you guys see that? That little blip that flew across the screen right there? Watch for it again. There it is. So anyway... I guess the traditional mold of Castlevania is you're walking around through a dungeon in 2 dimensions, and you're swinging your whip around, and you're killing a bunch of stuff, mostly demons and undead and whatnot, and you're trying to kill Dracula. That's the ultimate, Castlevania formula. And of course, traditionally, you're playing as a member of the Belmont family, who are legendary vampire hunters and monster killers and all that fun stuff. Funnily enough, though, okay, I guess I shouldn't say the best ones all break that mold. Some of them do, and a couple of them don't. In fact, it is argued that one of the best ones in the franchise is exactly that model, which is Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. That one you might be familiar with if you've seen the Castlevania anime on Netflix, because that is what it's based on, is that game. So the main character is Trevor Belmont, and you have a couple of characters that you can switch between and actually play as several different ones, which is really revolutionary for the time because it came out on the NES, and it's all in 8-bit, for heaven's sake. So you've got Trevor as your main character, you've got Grant, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Dynasty, I guess. You've got Sypha Belnades, and you've got Alucard, and you can switch between all 4 of them. Now, you may not recognize that second name that I mentioned, Grant, because he's not in the anime. I don't know why they decided to exclude him from that. But if you've seen the anime, you obviously know who Trevor, Sypha, and Alucard are. And if you've played Symphony of the Night, then you know who Alucard is anyway, because, well, he's the main character of that one. So, I have that one on my virtual console on my 3DS, which, if you don't have, I recommend you try it out. If you wanted to get an idea of what the, I guess, traditional Castlevania formula was like, then that is probably one of the best examples, apart from the actual original itself. Castlevania 2 has a lot of problems. That would, I think it's just called Castlevania 2. I don't think it's got a subtitle or anything. Or is it Simon's Quest? I'm not sure. Maybe it is. I think it is Simon's Quest. At any rate, that one has a lot of development issues and a lot of translation problems. Mostly with the fact that there's like a village that you frequently visit in that game, and the village people, the villagers, are supposed to kind of give you hints and help you and whatnot, but a lot of what they say is just complete gibberish, doesn't make any sense. How in the world are we supposed to figure that out? While we're here, now that I'm thinking about it, since we saw that little blip go by, we're going to go ahead and get that little blip. That is that soul that I mentioned that you need the Chrono Mage to get, because it simply is traveling too fast to be obtained. So we're going to go in here and do this. Problem is, I haven't mastered the timing on when to properly trigger the Chrono Mage to get him to show up, because sometimes he'll actually go from one side of the screen to the other. So you notice he's been going from left to right a lot, but sometimes he'll go right to left and you'll miss him. So I am not great at the timing aspect of getting that monster to show up. And as you can see, the Chrono Mage Soul does not affect the big golem at all because he's a former boss. I don't know if that... I assume that has something to do with it, but... Oh, there it is. There you guys. You saw that thing show up for a split second. That is the Sky Fish. And it has a blue soul, which means it's going to be prohibitively difficult to get, of course, because they all are. Big Golem, by the way, is also a blue soul. But getting... Oh, jeez, I missed it. Getting Skyfish is problematic, as you're seeing here, because you have a very, very narrow window of time to trigger the Chrono Mage Soul to get him. And then even when you do, it's not a guaranteed drop, so... Yep, there's Skyfish again. Thankfully, he dies in one hit. Not a difficult enemy by any stretch, and of course I'm out of mana again because Chrono Mage takes up a ton of my magic points. I might as well just go across the way here and go to the save room to replenish real quick, I suppose. It's not a terrible idea. I don't need to save the game. I didn't really... Well, I got Bomber Armor. Let's make self-save just in case. Not that Bomber Armor is an exceptionally prized soul by any stretch, but... It's something. We're making progress, a little bit by little bit. Oh, I missed it again. Darn it. Yeah, like I said, it's going to take some trial and error to get Skyfish, I'm thinking, but we'll get him. And Big Golem here is hopefully not going to be too much more trouble. I'd like to get through him as soon as we can. He's the last of... Oh, bless it, I did it again. He's the last of the former boss enemies that I need to get the soul from. I've already got Great Armor, I've got Manticore, I've got the Creaking Skull, so that just leaves him. Oh, did it too soon that time, I betcha. So as soon as it runs away, it's gonna fly past the screen here. Or it came from the other side, and I just won't get it. Would you stop with that? Ugh, so annoying. Did he say something when I got hit? I didn't even notice. Oh, there we go. Okay. That being said, so if you're... Oh, I just completely forgot that time. So if you wanted to experience a classic Castlevania experience, I think Dracula's Curse is one of the best examples. Probably what is argued as one of the best ones, however, is Rondo of Blood. And if you wanted to play Rondo of Blood, good luck, because it was never released outside of Japan, not officially. I'm told that it was available on the Virtual Console for... Oh, I just did it again. It was available on the Virtual Console for a while, but it's been taken off there since, and you can't get it anymore. So, there's that. That being said, there was a... It originally came out for the... It really came out for the PlayStation. So, that's the ideal way to play it, because it's got, like, you know, animated cutscenes and everything in it. It was, like, the first example of Castlevania to do that. Oh, I'm out of mana. I don't have enough, rather. Oh, that's alright, I'll get some more in a minute. At any rate, it was also just... The combat was very visceral, the controls were really tight and responsive, and it felt good. And Richter is arguably one of the most entertaining Belmonts to play. He's not strictly just, you know, whipping or slinging the whip around and killing monsters, but he's also like a master martial artist, as a lot of the Belmonts are. But Richter places a lot of emphasis on martial arts techniques, punching and kicking and flying through the air and all that fun junk. And he's probably the most proficient at it of all of his descendants and whatnot. And he's... Oh, there we go. We got Big Golem. Sweet. So, that's done. Now we can focus on getting Skyfish. We're going to go this way and try to get it from here. Actually, this is probably worse because now I don't have as much room to do it. So, we're going to go back the other way instead. Come on, jerk. Get out of my way. In fact, I might be able to grab it. Nope, never mind. He's not there. That's entertaining, actually, a little bit. So let's see if we can't get Skyfish here real quick. Oh, I need to find some method of timing that properly. I still haven't quite mastered it, as you've seen. Nope. I don't know why I'm killing all these guys. I guess I'll just get some more souls for Headhunter, but... Nope, missed it again. So a lot of this is going to be less souls not dropping and more my incompetence and being unable to do this properly. Let's go ahead and save because I got Big Golem. That's definitely one I don't want to have to worry about farming anymore. Simply because he's difficult to take down in a single hit. Blast it all. It's amazing I'm not making more of a deal out of this than I am, but... Come on, where is that thing? Yeah, this is a little bit annoying, as you can see here. Oh, I just missed him again. Problem is, you don't have any time to react. He goes so fast. And, of course, there's only 2 of these things in the entire game, and this is by far the easier one to get. Nope. You kind of just have to walk in and hope that you time it right. And I don't know how I've done it twice already without screwing up. But, as you can see, I'm not succeeding at doing that anymore. And because Chrono Mage is so blasted expensive mana-wise, I have to keep having to come back here to refill, and it's getting a little obnoxious. I'm not going to lie. So, I know I said it was only going to be maybe another week of soul hunting, but at the rate we're currently going, it might be a little longer than that. So, I'm going to have to apologize in advance, everybody. For, come on. Seriously, I do it twice, and now I can't do it again. So, right... No. Nope, never mind. There's got to be a trick to it. There just has to be. I refuse to believe that there's not a trick to it. How could I have done it so adequately once or twice, and now I can't do it at all? And right... Nope, never mind. What I need to do is hold my up button, because that's how you trigger the bullet souls, is holding up. And then, oh, come on. See, I can't react fast enough. And half the time he's coming from the wrong side of the room, so that's the other problem. He's not showing up here now. You know what? I'm just going to pop a item for this. I don't feel like wasting my time walking back and forth. So we'll do Mind Ups, or, I have 3 Mana Prisms. Let's use those. What I could be doing is getting an intellect-based item instead of my armor that I'm using. That will improve my mana efficiency a little bit. I don't have anything that really boosts in. This boosts it by 2. I guess that's good enough. It's going to have to be good enough anyway. Oh, I didn't even do it that time. Alright. I'm going to hit it as soon as I reach, right? Oh, darn it. So, I'm trying to get the timing worked out here, and it's a little difficult. Nope, that's too soon. It is funny that everything's just kind of frozen when you're walking back and forth like this. Seriously, where is that thing? So annoying. I don't know why. I don't know whose idea it was to include a monster that you need to perfectly time, and it's not even that good of a soul, by the way. In fact, it's actually kind of garbage. So, there's that. Stupid Skyfish. It is entertaining, though, I guess, but you just, I don't know. Maybe you're into me being frustrated. If you are, then, then you're going to get a kick out of this episode, but I swear it's... Do this yourself. It's not fun. And I'm starting to question, again, my sanity as to why I'm doing this over and over again. Oh! Oh, pfft. See? Even when you do get the stupid thing, it doesn't even drop. Oh, come on. Now I'm just making some weird noises. I'm sure it's annoying a lot of you, but... He's not showing up over here, and that's really annoying. Come on with this, Skyfish. There he is. Got him. Alright, cool. That just took just as long as the stupid Arc Demon did last time. While praying, luck and strength increase for a moment. So... I might actually have it wrong because, again, translations are an issue in this game, but the way that particular soul works... Where is it? Skyfish. It says 60 per time, which means... Oh, jeez. As long as I, fully execute the prayer there, I have an increased strength and luck for a little bit. However, it doesn't really last all that long, as you can see. I think the longer you maintain the prayer, the longer the bonus actually lasts for. But... it's hardly worth the increase. I don't even think it's that dramatic of an increase, as far as I'm aware. So, again, it's in my opinion, it's really not all that worth it, and it's just a novelty soul at best because it's so difficult to get. But, you know, I guess what it is. At any rate, we're going to do some more soul farming in the next episode because I'm a little worn out from Skyfish there for the time being. So, that being said, join me in the next episode where we will do all sorts of more fun stuff. Oh, I actually got Mandragora before it popped. That's good. So, we got a long way to go yet, unfortunately, but we'll get there, I promise. So, anyway, stick around. We'll do some more soul hunting next time. Until I see you guys then, have a great evening, and stay classy, internets. This has been Seraphin.